Everybody's looking over bills. We'll keep looking over, but we'll go ahead and start up. It is time. I guess that's me. First item on the agenda today, 26-001, is approval of the agenda. There is modifications, which are?
Just on 000 or 006, you add a G, and it's in your guys' agenda. But it's just discussion action approval of Imagine Learning agreement. And so that's just we'll discuss it more when we get to it. But
Okay.
That's the only addition that we have.
Do I have a motion to amend the agenda and approve it?
I move we approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second to approve the agenda with the amended item of G under 006. All those in favor? All opposed? It's passed. 002, open agenda, open forum.
I bet there's nobody on there.
We're good?
We're good.
We'll move on to 26-003. Action consent agenda, the approval of minutes of June 16th, regular meeting of June 25th,
Tweezers.
special meeting of June 25th,
No.
excuse me.
No? What is it?
And
What is
payment
it?
of claims.
They're a little piece of metal, little flat piece of metal with a little pointer, and they work
Really?
phenomenal.
Better know a pocket knife. Sure.
I think my payment of claims got left out of my packet.
Emily, do you got,
I
I'm
have an
good.
extra.
you got another
I'm
one?
good, just if anybody's got any questions.
What is BHC?
That's the surveyor.
Those errors.
I'm sorry.
You're good. I looked through them online already, but I didn't have any questions. So.
Caravan back glass.
Yeah,
The-
in there.
That's where the
Did they pay for it?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't, just checking.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they'd pay for it direct.
What is it? Doing that. Oh, okay. Got a question for you. Nothing, just a question. I'll forget unless you remind me to ask you.
That's the way it's earning.
That's the way it's been anymore.
I know, I hear you.
Terry, you good?
Got a question. You got McCown Gordon and SPT that we're gonna be paying quite often. What other companies like this GSI Engineering that's contracted with 105,
There's a BHC,
BCH and
trying to think what other. A lot of it was with pre-construction. I'm not saying there's not some rolling in, but those are the main ones. The third-party testers, the McCown and SPT. Then there's BHC,
PSI.
Yeah, and that's a third party tester.
Well, McCown Gordon is pretty well contracted without everybody else
Yeah.
working on the scope.
Yeah,
So we pay McCown Gordon.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. PCH is the one working on the gym.
Oh,
BHC.
VHC was, like the surveyors.
Surveyor.
Yeah,
They surveyed the underground.
yeah, like the civil engineering side of it.
Compaction and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the asbestos removal.
Right.
Yeah, that
then,
company's slipping my mind. But yeah, there would be one that we would pay.
And then, but we contracted with them.
Yeah,
And then they come back with a $2,900 add-on to
yeah.
remove a couple of windows.
Huh?
I can leave.
Yeah, they had an increase.
No.
Yeah, there was
We installed.
windows that when they did the original bids that weren't called to be removed, and then they needed to be removed, and that's why that changed.
Didn't we? I mean, didn't the architect like 3D scan the entire thing?
They scanned it, yeah, at the beginning.
How many surprises will we have?
I don't know.
How many what, man?
Surprises will we have? Like, to me, the windows should have been, I mean, there was the extra 3D scanning and stuff like that, just asking. So,
I would be pretty close to being out of surprises at this point. One would think.
well, I'm saying the windows shouldn't be in the, oh no, they're in the way.
Why was the windows, by the way? Just to catch up?
They originally weren't included when they did the bid sheets.
Did they not see them?
No, I think they were
They were
added.
blacked out.
They were covered up because
Oh my.
it wasn't built correctly the first time.
Did we get charged any extra? Maybe this is, do you want to, I have a construction question or a billing question when it comes to the demolition. Did we get an extra charge for the secondary load that they had to take to the landfill?
We haven't been.
As far as I know, when asked about that, that was on the demo contractor because that
So when
was,
they put it in somebody's field
When they
instead
had
of
to
putting
remove
it
it,
in?
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
that was on them. So
I would hope so.
I think that's one of them deals they tried to make an extra buck and ended up costing them an extra
Well,
buck.
Sounded like they were gonna get charged about $5,000 a day for every day that they were out of compliance.
I think they give them 30 days or something like that. It happened pretty quick, I know
And
that.
they got a grace period on that because there was the weekend, but
Yeah,
why we even got to that point, I'm not sure.
it didn't take them long to get it out, I know that. Questions? Motions?
Mr. President, I move to approve the consent agenda.
Have a second?
Second it.
Motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. 003, all those in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. Move on to 004. Reorganization appointments.
Dude, this is the same as what we've had for the last couple of years. If you look at the very bottom on A3, we typically just have that Friday of spring break, or before spring break, excuse me, and the Monday after Easter as weather day, like makeup days. So the state we didn't run into it, but back east, they ran into it with the snow right after Christmas, after coming back. And so through that, the state requires you to have 5 makeup days on the calendar. We were advised to put those on school days so that because you have to use them before you can request to have like a to where you don't meet your 1116 hours on the time for school. So we were just advised to do that. So that's why those 3 days. They said to put them on days you're already in school. So I just picked 3 random days. And there's no rhyme or reason to why I chose those. Those are just.
Well, I sure hope we don't have to
Yeah,
have a makeup day by
I
September
was actually
15th.
thinking the same thing. What would happen?
We might get in trouble. with
Yeah, that might be a long year. We've been close 2 years I've been here. Of course, the COVID year, we were close. And then 2 years ago, we were good on everybody like K through juniors, but the seniors, I think we even held for about two extra hours just to make sure that we were meeting that requirement.
Questions? Have barbecue chicken at home.
Mr. President, I move to,
Did you set it out on the piece of tin on the ground or something?
That's where it'll be if I
I'll move to approve the reorganization appointments as presented.
With motion, is there a second?
Second it.
And we have a second for the reorganization appointment. All those in favor?
On account of the chicken.
All those opposed? We can pass.
We're all going to your house.
That way we are.
Just chicken.
Any good to hurry, I'm gonna be the last one in line. We'll move on to 26005, old business of action hand date update, second reading.
We haven't had any changes in your packet when we went through it last meeting, but just the changes to the each of the handbooks, and then also added in there was the transportation handbook. I think Emily just printed off the transportation one, but I think we left all the rest in the online. So I don't know that unless there's a specific question, I don't know that I need to go back through them.
So is the transportation one, can it be approved or is it gotta have readings as well?
Well, we went through it last.
Oh, we did.
I just
Yeah.
printed it since it's new.
I got it.
I guess more of a statement than anything else with when we had coaches drive. Talk about having safe drivers and safe for the activity bus drivers and stuff. That's kind of their job. But when we have coaches and stuff that leave at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, doing their coaching stuff all day. And then it's 8:30, 9 o'clock that night, and then they're expected to drive back home. What kind of liability does that put on us? And the reason I ask, because I've been there. I mean, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't say it the way I want to say it, because I'll butter it up. It sucks.
No, I agree. I don't know what
And I don't know the answer. I just don't know what kind of position we'll put ourselves in doing it.
but we can certainly ask. I mean, I think we try to have a driver, like, for certainly the buses. I don't know how many. Maybe Coach Woody. I know he's the driver.
In rare, I mean, we try not to do that, but there's been an occasion or two where we didn't have any other choice, and Coach Woody would drive the football bus. I don't think anything a long distance or anything all day.
Yeah, I think it would come more into play when we have vans. Like, when we have a small enough group
Yeah,
that they're
like
taking a van somewhere.
tournament.
compared to-
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm
Yeah.
talking the Suburbans and the vans or whatever you call it.
Mhm.
That's what I mean. Something that always kind of bothered me.
Well, and what does it look like when you have a kid that's hurt? Because, yeah, but,
And the bus driver goes to North Platte.
well,
That was out loud, wasn't it?
yep,
I remember that. You remember that?
yep. Then you're down somebody anyhow.
Yeah. But anyway, this is something to kind of maybe keep in the back of our minds as we go forward with transportation stuff.
Yeah, I think it's something important because we're trying to find drivers and
Yeah.
trying to keep going with all the activities, and it's certainly an issue. And I think every year we come closer to, having to really change the way we do transportation in the district.
Bicycles.
Wouldn't hurt some of them on the way to a wrestling tournament.
Wouldn't hurt me, I'm just saying. Maybe things would be a little closer too.
We did discuss on page 20, getting a visitor's pass before any school. What did we decide on that? We're gonna do it, correct?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I think it's wise to start it now so that,
Okay.
we're all together, like,
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I'm just,
so it was already in there, but I
Yep.
just wanted
we
to.
left it in. And
It's in
Questions?
there, should we be doing it?
Terry, good? Well, where are we at? A motion for the handbooks?
I make a motion that we approve the 25-26 handbook as presented.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the handbook. All those in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. We'll go on to new business, 26-006. All sorts of good stuff.
This is for the service center. Tim's done it, I think, the last 2 years. 3 years? Okay.
Been on this for, yeah. They didn't know we were supposed to do it the first year I was there, so.
I think it did take till January or so till.
I don't mind doing it. I mean, it's not a bad meeting to go to. If somebody else wants to do it, that's fine. I don't mind doing it. They have really good coconut cream pie they make it at home with real meringue on top of it. Instead of that fake whipped creamy crap they try and pass off as meringue. Not that I'm biased on that or anything, but it's not a bad meeting. It's not a bad meeting. If somebody else wants to do it, they're more welcome. If nobody else wants to do it.
Terry, you wanna do it?
No.
I think that's a consensus, Tim.
I figured.
That kind of sounds like you're volunteering anyway.
I like it.
None of us would hear you.
I
Take that away from
I
you.
told him one day that's the only reason I even go is because I can get a piece of that pie. So Get a little piece of coconut cream pie once a month.
Unless somebody else wanted it.
Tried to tempt you with some coconut pie,
I
but.
know.
Like one of those.
And don't put whipped cream on it.
Do we wanna go through these and prove them one by one?
Yeah.
Like A,
Probably about
Yeah,
need to.
Yeah.
don't we?
I move
yeah,
that Tim McPhee is the NKESC Board Representative for USD 105.
Motion for Tim to be there, NKESC. The second?
Yep.
And all those in favor? Thank you, Tim.
Enjoy your pie, Tim.
I like that. It's
We
good.
need appointment to the Northwest Tech Board.
Jordan got the pie there. How's that?
They actually feed you a full meal.
They do that in
Oh,
there
here's
too.
an iPad, they give you an
Yeah,
iPad.
you got an iPad too.
Sounds like you're volunteering.
Yep.
I mean, I'm kind of like Tim. I don't mind it. I actually don't make a lot of the meetings just because they're usually on a Saturday at like 3 o'clock, and
That's rough.
it's rough. Yeah, it's tough for somebody with a small family, big family, whatever you say, but young family.
Young kids.
So,
Where do they meet at, Midland?
It's a weird
well,
time.
sure.
Yeah.
You did say you wanted to do it again.
That's what I heard, Jerry.
Hearing's getting better.
If somebody else wants it, they can have it.
What, they meet at Midland?
Yeah.
Do I have a Zoom option?
Yeah, you can zoom
Oh.
in. Yeah, that's typically how I do it, but
It's
then you miss out on the meal.
for A State Tech Northwest, right?
Correct. Yeah. So
Oh, that's right.
oh yeah, it would need to be.
Taking over all the
And
tech schools.
they just got a new president as well. So last guy was really good.
Was it Ben Shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to do it?
Not
Terry, is that a no? Okay.
I'm busy that day.
Someday I will not do it. I'll tell you that.
I don't know if I can do it better, Jordan. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. You're more than happy. If you want to do it, do it. I don't, but.
I think I just heard Jordan say he does, so I said
Okay,
that Jordan be the Northwest Tech Board Representative.
there you go. Is that a motion?
So is.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion for the 4-H Tech Board for Jordan. All in favor? All opposed?
You're so funny. Next year.
And C,
Better be
lunch textbook fees for 25-26 school year.
Okay.
And we got a sheet on them.
Yeah, there's a sheet. Oops. So the only thing that's changed, okay, the only thing, just looking at our lunch fees, I don't think we changed them last year. So it's been at least a year or two since we've done that. So for meals, we did 10 cents increase across all those. Book fees, we kept the same. The only thing that we added to that is if you look down on the miscellaneous, at the Strivers Ed, the last 2 years we've had questions from out of district kids or families about their kid attending. And so we did kind of some research with areas, and charging the double amount seemed to be pretty typical. The other part of that is we get state aid for our own kids who take it. So that's the other part of it. So
Does that 250 cover the everything? So if we're gonna do it and not get aid from it, shouldn't we just at least cover the cost of it per student?
yeah, I don't know what it would equal out to per kid.
Everybody's looking at the numbers, lady over there.
$1 million.
So you need a motion to approve these?
Yeah.
And more discussion?
And she's looking up to see.
Get for wieners, chicken can get cold.
It's chicken. You can't kill it. You can't hurt it anyway.
I think I got a little time yet.
I got about an hour and a half long administrative report, so buckle up.
Okay.
15.
So how many kids do we have this year?
Was it 12, Jeff?
Hyla.
Honor roll.
Yes.
12.
So it's about $341 per. Is what it costs
Per student.
per student. Yeah.
So basically, we'd be eating $110 a kid for an out-of-district student to come take the.
Yeah.
I think we ought to fix that.
Change to 350.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
fine.
will cover our costs, hadn't we?
Yeah, that's fine.
Instead of losing money on it. I mean, we can't do it with everything. I know this is something that we can.
Choice and
Yeah.
not have them do it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
and it's out of district. So
Right.
That's
So if they're willing to, if they need it,
Yeah.
then they'll pay for it.
that's
Right.
where I'm at.
But it shouldn't cost us.
And it shouldn't cost us anything to have them come over
How
here.
many did we have last year? We had more last year than we did.
I mean, it costs us obviously with
We
being
had
in district.
19.
Yeah.
I'm just curious,
Right.
like,
Average amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
Divided by 19.
$340, and where they have only
It
cost
was
them 125.
360
We're
the year
still
before, so
Still eating.
Pretty
So,
good.
so
eating it.
350
So-
is pretty sure.
he did say we get some state aid.
Was that a motion, Matt?
I don't know how much.
What?
350 was a motion?
Yeah.
Good. Is there a second?
Sure. Second.
We have a motion and a second for 350 on out of district, non-district.
The free
Driver's
one.
ed
Next
fee.
one will cost you.
All those in favor?
And
Are we approving it? Or just that
How about I'll change it to as presented with the
With
change of
Forgot about everything else.
how's that?
Sorry, my bad.
As
Just
presented
been a little-
with the change of driver's ed fee, non-district student $350.
That's what I heard.
There we go.
That's what I was
And a
thinking.
second?
Telepathic. No.
All those in favor? With the change of non-district driver's ed, all opposed? Motion passed.
Thinking it's way too hot outside right now.
Way too much thinking. Textbook fee. Budget.
all right. So I went to what I presented to you last year in July, and so this won't be going through the whole budget. We did put the whole packet in there. There's a couple of areas we haven't done yet, just we haven't got to them. One is federal funds, there's student activities, the gifts and grants.
Yeah.
So there's a couple areas. The main thing we have to get done before July 20th is we have to know what our authority is so that we can go through the for the revenue neutral rate. So general fund, we have 5615. The LOB is 5692. So just the FTE 363. General fund authority is 724.3. If you look in the Form 150 in your packet, that's where it would be. I don't know if we actually printed that. No, it's like 225 pages. So we'll go back through this more in depth later on. So general fund, that sets us as 4,000,000, almost 67,000. LOB, so the LOB number that they do the 33% off of is 4,117,552, which would be 1,358,792. So required transfers, there's there's two in general fund, and that's SPED and at risk. SPED is just, they have a form in there that you set your budget off, or your SPED budget from general fund, and that's how how many teachers you have, which for us is 2, and then how many paras. And it's 29,500 is what we get in bursted, somewhere in there for each sped teacher. And then at risk, it's the same number, but they give you a 0.4 FTE for each para. And so you do that, and then you take the amount that the service center gets and from the state that flows through, it comes to our bank account, and then it goes to their bank account. And we always pad that number a little bit. Last year, our total was actually around 421,000, but we were quite a bit higher than what we needed to be, so that's why it's lowered. It was padded too much. At risk is totally based off of how many free students who take free lunches, or qualified for free lunches, I should say, and it's a percentage of the base aid times that amount of kids, and that equals 367,221. And then LOB, that's based off for bilingual, it's based off of either the number of hours or your number of students. I might get this wrong. I believe we use the number of students because we get the higher of those two numbers.
Number of hours is like the contact hours with teachers that are certified to PT as well.
And then special education, they added that a year ago or 2 years ago. I think that was honestly their way of trying to show that they were funding SPED, even though it's local money doing it. And then at risk, I think is probably about the same way. So those are the numbers for those that were required. Now, all 3 of those, we always do quite a bit more. Bilingual, it's around 30,000. I think I budgeted at 38,000 transfer for it, but we won't. Just like with anything, when you do the budgeting, you're giving yourself authority, and you're doing a way that gives you more money than what you'll need, so we don't have to go back and republish. Special education's been around 285,000, and then at risk, I think we were pretty close to the number, and at risk this year. So with our LOB budget, our mill rate is 21.593, and that's actually a decrease, a very, very tiny decrease. So we're basically flat for what we had this past year. One thing that did help that is we had an increase of projected increase of about $30,000 of state aid. I would bet, just it's always been a little bit lower, so I would bet it's probably closer to that 140,000 by the time we get back to June and everything. So just kind of showing our mill rate from last year to this year. Really, the only change is that LOB on it. So capital outlay would be 8 mils, or it's recommended. Bond and interest we would still need 24 on it, and it shows at the bottom it's staying relatively flat. Just like with anything, this is just like, we don't approve this tonight or anything. This is to get us started. We don't do our approval till September 15th, and that's the night of our regular board meeting. September 15th. And so that's the night of our revenue neutral rate hearing, which would be at 5:30, then budget hearing at 5:45, and then regular meeting afterwards. One thing we did do is last month we went over the building needs assessment. That's something that we've always tried to jam in there that night, and we've gotten that taken care of. We don't have to do that in September. So I will make a confession here. The revenue neutral, we have to let the county know, or the county clerk know by the 20th, which was on Sunday, to if we're going to exceed it or not. Typically, we've done an approval to it, and with this, the way the meeting's lined out, I went ahead and sent it in. So I apologize if there's an issue with that, but we wouldn't have been able to do it if we had waited till after the meeting. So if we want to change it as far as how much, if we decide we want to stay revenue neutral, we can do that. It just, the notices would still go out. We can do that in August and September, but the notices would just still go out. So, are there any questions?
Is there any possibility that our state funding will change between now and school starting?
Not between now and school starting. The only thing that could change is with the way the state formula is. If our student count goes up, then we get credit for that immediately, or for this year. They changed that law, not this, it was for this past school year. So if our numbers are higher than what we expect, then it would go up in that amount.
What if the federal cuts the reimbursements back to the state?
I haven't heard that the states would cover that. That is an area that we're gonna have to really watch. The title funding has been at this point been put on hold, and for us it's around $100,000 is what that is. Now, what's been recommended to us is we budget like what we're going to get it as far as on the document, but prepare for if you don't have it. So, we have some ideas on how we'll do that if that funding doesn't come.
In other words, you're saying if the state comes up due to the federal government with a shortfall, it will not impact the Kansas school districts?
I haven't heard that the state's going to replace that money. I think it would be more likely that it gets released by the federal government. But the state would have to go into special session to reallocate more money. I haven't heard anything about that happening.
Well, I didn't catch all of it, but Trump's big beautiful bill and abolishing the Department of Education, it was something about title. I didn't catch all of it. But
I took it that it's already was approved back before for it to be allocated this year, but the government's holding it withholding it from the states for now.
That's how I think it.
Did you catch that, Terry? How I said that? Did you catch how I said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about next year?
Yeah,
That's the question.
It's a
Up in the
question.
air.
Plan
It's-
ahead.
Yes.
That's kind of how they explained it down at the Oakley as well.
Okay.
That's the way I understood what they explained anyway.
Right, I mean, they give us the list of what they allocated to us, they give us like all of our numbers, but they haven't given it to us
Yeah.
yet.
And I should say they did tell us the Title I funding, but it's about 10,000 less than what we have been getting.
Right.
Cause it's typically around 75,000, we're only getting 64,000. Yeah, something like that.
Don't give it to him now.
Throw it out real hard.
Nope.
Very cold.
I just need it to be wet. Be the best thing.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you though.
Anything else?
Not for the budget.
It's not grounding.
More questions for the budget?
That one is clear for me.
Can I just ask, I know I did do would you rather me in the future have us do a special meeting ahead of time for the RNR or just do it the way I did?
Well, if we have to approve it, then we kind of put the cart in front of the horse.
Yeah, it's not a required approval, it's more of a board preference.
Well, I would say if we're doing it as a board preference, then we need to do it.
I think he's asking what is the board's
What is, well, if are we gonna have to approve anything at the R&R meeting?
We will there, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna exceed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say if we have to approve it, and then if we're going to be sending it in that way, we should probably approve it before it's sent in.
Okay, that's fine. That's not an issue.
Okay, we'll move on to E. JBC part-time enrollment update first reading. JBC.
Jeff, do you want to talk about this one or do you want me to?
Sure, I can. So the state allows students to request and enroll part-time. We had a JBC policy. It was a lot bigger than this, but it seems to be something that's happening more often now. You see the trend of this. So just talking with all the other area principals, they're working on getting a policy in place to just address it. So this is kind of where we landed. So after reading through a bunch of them, what it amounts to is a student who is homeschooled. It kind of says there in
What does JBC stand for?
JBC it's just in the board KSDE. What is it? Board policies. That JBC is just the code there.
Okay.
If you look at our board policies online, you'll see they're alphabetized that way. So that's just where it falls under.
So it doesn't stand for anything.
Nope.
Just does. I'm sure it does.
It marks it in the book.
So like I said, it's required by the state that we allow this, but it's just some verbiage to clarify that one of the biggest things is they have to be enrolled in a homeschool or some other kind of school and prove that to us as required by law. You can just have a kid say, I'm going to come take 3 classes with you, and then that they're in the wind the rest of the day. So
Isn't that what the OJT is?
OJT? No,
Isn't that
OJT.
kind of the same thing?
No, OJT is a class with, under us. It's coded in KS in Power School, and they get an elective credit for doing that. So that's overseen by us. So.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
So hypothetically, if families can say, I'm gonna keep my kid at home for this subject, but they're going to attend the rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is the new law.
So with that though too, a non-accredited homeschool, we do not have to accept their credits. So you pull your kid out for those classes, we do not, if you want to graduate from Rollins County, they can submit for those credits to be put, on on the transcript, but, you know, as soon as you've done that, you're now a part-time student,
So
and
that's at the
you're not-
discretion of whom,
what's that?
whether you accept them or not.
It's on the principal's discretion. There is some, on the KSD website, you know, some criteria there, like what they recommend, you know, keeping your attendance logs, your curriculum, all those types of things to submit. I mean, if somebody's gonna do it, it's not gonna be like, you give me a transcript that says they took this, I'm not gonna accept it without.
But say like,
Or it's
cause
not accredited.
we've had, you know, to do, like online classes and things like that. So
Uh-huh.
when parents say, you know, we found our own program, this is what we're gonna use, they can do that if that's what they choose instead of the school.
So with this too, as a part-time student, they're not our full-time student. They're not necessarily, the ancillary activities, you know, our clubs, our dances, all those types of things, honor roll, you know, we're not obligated to offer that to them. You know, they're not, if you pull your kid out for 2 or 3 classes and they're a senior, they're graduating under the homeschool with our credits rather than as an RCHS graduate.
They can be involved in sports.
To be involved in sports, they have to file with CASHA. Those homeschool kids have to file with CASHA to get approved to do sports. But yes, they can.
They have to do approved through Keisha and us.
So this piece of it, the school piece of it is us. If they follow these guidelines, doing sports and those types of things, there's CASHA paperwork to fill out to do that, to get approved by
I
CASHA.
understand, but to do sports, do they have to apply for it here? Do you have to approve them to do sports?
Well, if CASHA does, we do. I mean, we can't not.
You can't
approve it.
override Keisha,
No,
really?
not.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Which is-
this part-time thing's kind of an you know.
Which that's all the homeschool programs have to do is give, you know, say, you know, we've done this is our transcript. And unless they have proof otherwise, then
Yeah,
So-
that's.
If we get these things with what Eric said a little bit ago, we get that instant stipend for if we have more enrollment come in. Is there any kind of a kickback from the state on having to take these part-time students?
That I'm not sure. I don't know how that affects
That's
our
one of the
funding.
questions to, when I go to the state budget.
Okay.
But I would anticipate you would get the equivalent of their full-time, is what I would guess.
Okay.
so even if they're just a part-time student, you get the budget of the full-time
Yeah,
student.
if they're like 3 hours, you get whatever that,
Whatever that 3 hours.
4 hour, whatever. That's what I anticipate.
Whatever the
will be the
time, whatever
answer,
the time here
Yeah.
is.
but I'm gonna clarify that.
Have we had requests for this yet?
It's coming. I mean, I've had some emails of, I'm looking at homeschooling that want to take some of our classes. I know it's happening in St. Francis. Sharon Springs they have quite a bit of homeschooling. I don't know about the part-time enrollment.
I mean, that's.
Pointer's
down
had
the
some of
pipe.
it.
New world.
This is just the first reading, so it'd be a next month approval for it.
Any other questions right now? JBC? Once? We shall move on to F. Child Nutrition and Wellness Program for 2026.
Okay, so, we were sent this, the last time the board approved this was in 2019. And I don't think it's really, that was the last time they asked for it to be approved. And just kind of looking through it, did we see, I don't think we really saw any changes.
No, the major thing is just the non-discrimination statement. They just updated the lines, the anti-discrimination clause.
to not descript, well, the full, I guess, sentence that they updated is, which this clause has to be on, like, our advertising menus. It's the shortened version of it, but the part that's updated is to not discriminate against any person because of race, color, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, religion, national origin, ancestry, age, military and veteran status, disability status, marital and family status, genetic information, or political affiliation that is unrelated to the person's ability to reasonably perform the duties of the government. So they just added more verbiage to that basically. Instead of your basic race, color, gender. That was in it. But basically it just has to be approved and signed and sent to KSB that we approve that. I mean, we do have the option to, I guess, adjust however we want it to say, but I don't know. That's the suggested verbiage.
So it's basically the same thing that we've had since forever.
Yeah, I think the last
5 years or
one
something.
it was prior to the 1920 year, it still had, like, this just got
Evolution of our identity changed into.
Yeah. But basically, I said that's the highlight of what changed in this, so they have to have a new one signed. And it's probably good until they change it again, I would imagine, so.
We need to adopt this, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
We need to approve this?
Questions, discussion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the 2026 Child Nutrition and Wellness Program Agreement as presented.
We have a motion to approve the child nutrition and wellness program. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that a second?
That was.
Okay, I'm sorry I did not hear. Do we have a second? All those in favor? All opposed? We can pass.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes,
Yeah,
I
okay.
decent thought there for a minute.
We'll move on to G. Approval of Imagine Learning Agreement.
So that quote is in your packet. It's $27,750. This includes 20 licenses for students to take their geometry class. And then it's also the MyPath reading and math, which the high school uses quite a bit.
Yeah, for our enrichment and intervention.
So I think last year this was probably separated between the MyPath and those site licenses. But it's for the licenses for the math classes, or for all of the classes, it was what, 60 or 70 or so, and then so we reduced that down to 20, and then the MyPath is the same as what we've done. So I would recommend that we do that as presented.
So this is what we've used.
Yeah, so last year we did, our 7 through 9 English, as well as geometry and trigonometry, all through this platform. So, and, we've been able to, hire an English teacher and, just finagled the math schedule a little bit. The numbers are there to where we only have to offer 1 hour of trig and 1 hour of pre-algebra. So that'll allow, she's gonna go by Mrs. I don't know if she's gonna go by our new math teacher to teach everything but geometry. So.
I should say that's just for, it looks like the first semester too.
So the 20 licenses, that's like 20 students.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like if you gain students? If you
So
lose students?
there's a clause built into there. They'll add them if, but that should be right around enough. So
That clause is kind of above.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's bill quarterly, 300 per kid, basically.
So it's $27,750 per quarter.
No, this is for.
Okay.
Well, I think the MyPath is for the year, and then the math classes are for the semester.
yeah, because we're able to, like at semester where we hired Mr. Phoenix, we were able to
Cut loose.
opt out and not renew the licenses for the English. We had so many last year. I think it was we kind of had a bulk discount too. I think it was a little bit cheaper per student.
So if it's for semester, I would say the end date is 8/17.
What's the end date is?
So the end date is 8/17/2026.
Is that for the MyPath though?
It says it all.
It says 18 weeks per semester.
I wonder if we use like 17 of them, we can still use the other 3 through the school year or something. I don't know.
I don't have that in front of me.
Well, if it says 18 weeks, that's gonna just be a
semester. It might be a deal too where I think about this. We have the 20. If we wouldn't use them all in the first 18 weeks, they would carry over. They would still be there. To use the rest of the school year. So say we only have 16 kids in geometry, we'd have those 4. for the second without adding more.
It's got the 14-day drop grace period on it though.
So that's for a kid who, if we've enrolled the kids and then drops the class, yeah.
Okay.
So this is for up to 20 kids per semester.
Yes.
So a year. 2025 to August 26.
Right. This is just for a semester. If we would need it for the second semester, it would be this.
It'd be what?
It'd be whatever.
Yeah, because the MyPath is going to be a chunk of that too. I think it was a pretty good chunk.
I wish they broke that out a little better.
Contracts for a year.
Yeah.
but you're allowed 20 kids per semester.
Last year in August, it said the exact same thing. It went contract start date 8/19/24 to 8/18/25. With the end date being 8/18/25.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's for a year here, but you're just getting a semester's worth of it, paying for a semester's worth of it.
Well, yeah, like you can use those 18 weeks throughout the year. So like I said, if you only use 16 of those licenses for a semester, there'd be 4 of them.
It'd be 24 for the next semester.
Well, did we have to do another one
Yeah, we did.
that semester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
we
there'd be the
reduced
4
it down quite a
Yeah.
bit.
There'd be the 4 we've already paid for. Hope this is right. And then
Whatever
16.
else we need.
Yeah.
So basically, you're paying for what you use and what you need. It's not you pay for it, and then if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right?
No, it's not. I
27,000 a year.
No. The My Path is going to be a big chunk of that. Do we know how much we've spent on My Path last year?
I mean, if the overages are 300 per student, 300 times 20, right? Well, I'm just rough math.
Yeah.
6,000, so the rest of it
Probably 21,000.
makes out the rest of it.
So
I'm guessing,
I think that's probably a pretty good guess. Yeah.
but that's, so it'd be about $6,000 a semester, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, I think it was around 40,000 with all of it last year, the first semester. So that kind of.
For the whole year.
No,
Better
just
go.
a semester.
Don't know where it was.
Just the first one.
I would guess that we have a $6,000 one in the second semester,
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Okay, you just made me do that, that's freaking.
Okay, just to move along, I will move to approve the Imagine Learning Agreement.
I'll second that. It's a great idea. I might even raise my hand this time.
Well, motion
No kids.
to approve the Imagine Learning contract. And second, all those in favor?
Got it this time.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Good job, man.
We'll go ahead and start on 007 administration reports.
All right, so this is a rough draft of our schedule to start the year. So enrollment is the 5th through the 7th. Typically, we do returning students the 5th and 6th, and then new kids on the 7th. The 14th, the day before the first day of in-service, we have new teacher orientation, which we have several new teachers this year. So some years it's kind of like, I don't think we really have to do a whole lot that day, and this year we'll have to be a little bit more prepared for it. And then service day, we are going to have a bigger or longer district meeting. We have with the new Skyward system, there's going to be some training with the staff on that. We're going to have to do away with green sheets. And we may need a board action on that one.
The green sheet.
It's our leave request.
Oh.
So-
I remember those, yeah. Yeah.
We tried to do that a couple years ago and it failed miserably, so.
There's a dead zone if you don't turn in a paper to someone. Like, it didn't really happen to ask for the time off. It doesn't really count if there's not a piece of paper. It can't be digital. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's gonna be okay.
So I think this is where it'll probably affect a greater number of people to change to Skyward, and I would anticipate some growing pains with that. Anyway, so we'll have some extra time for that. Then really the principals get the rest of the day with the staff. We've typically provided lunch on the first day. That reminds me, we need to look for, yeah, we have. So,
I like
if you guys want to come to that,
Some popcorn?
you're more than welcome
My supper and lunch today.
to come to lunch. Then the next day, we've talked about that staff collaboration with GISA, and that'll be that day. Work day on the next.
Come to lunch that
Do we
day
have
too?
No.
Do we have a date for open house?
They are planning on that 19th.
Okay, that was where it was last year, and I took it off because I was for sure. And then 20th, we have kids in the building, so we're rolling. So there's that. Cleaning this time of the year, we usually are not cleaning or doing the hallways, and they are kicking butt this year.
They've got cafeteria.
Yeah, it's closed off. That's usually like the week before school starts, and we're getting kicked out of the district office at the end of this week, so they can do that. And then, yeah, have they done the music room?
No, it has all the Amazon links.
Oh, okay. So there's, so I guess maybe that's a little bit why they're ahead of schedule, but I think they're doing pretty good with it.
No,
They've been waxing the floors in the high school and the modulars and things, and I know Jeff got kicked out of his office his first couple official days back and things. We did get notification the Explorer and the Expedition. So the Explorer has a build date in July, and thinking that it should be delivered by the end of July or thereabouts, and then the Expedition's in August. So we don't have a specific date on when it'll be here, but I thought that was good to add to you guys, because
Right.
one, it's a little sooner, and two,
Mid-January or so then?
yeah, it could be. Was that March?
March or April.
Yeah. It was February or March. No, it wasn't February. Yeah, we tabled it a month or two, but I would guess March.
Just curious.
You said they'll be here when?
They were talking the Explorer or sometime at the end of July, and then Expedition into August.
Not bad. Usually it's 7 months.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. But that's what I have.
So
You
mid-January
often
then?
go about vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
What's the status of our activity buses?
All right. So the red bus, he has a heat exchanger done. And then, from what I understand, when he did it, he kind of tore up. He had access from the inside of the bus, and he was cleaning that. He's been cleaning that, and then he's got the radiator to finish after that.
Did one of the activity buses, the air conditioner wasn't working?
I had.
Yep. You hear all the unimportant.
Yeah. We had a project this weekend. My dad came, or my parents came.
And the last word is was understand?
Yeah.
Well, we have waiting. I got another question.
Oh, we have to wait.
We have to wait.
I had this box
Jordan, have
destroyed,
you
so
ever
we
said,
had
yeah,
to
okay,
build
and
that.
just went with it until somebody got pissed?
We had taken out the couch.
No, because usually
We put
I'm the
we
one.
put a reclining couch on this side, and built down a TV stand. They're waiting for thing about trading it.
He gets the
Yeah.
I just ignore it.
Yeah.
And
We're back.
We're back.
There you go. Question?
Yep. when is the plan to redo the ag building? What was, I can't remember when they estimated they'd start on the ag building.
It was in the summer,
Yeah, next one.
next summer.
Next summer?
Yeah.
So we'll have to be able to utilize it and the restroom room,
Yeah.
a weight room, and so on, all this year.
The only,
The rest of it is
Yeah.
26.
Yes.
we talked a little bit about March, but I don't know if that was just doing the stuff in the gym or once basketball was over. So I don't know if they're doing both of those in March. I think it's just the summer though
Yeah.
for the ag shop.
Double check if that's my understanding.
Yeah,
because-
that's what they acted like, so that we have access to it, and then when we don't need it, they'll work on it.
I guess my point is, then you gotta move the weight
Right.
room,
Right.
and where is Dion go? His PE class gonna be?
Yeah, that's on our radar to figure out.
Well, I'm a firm believer in planning ahead.
Well, if, after next summer, hopefully we have access to the old gym.
Yeah.
So where we can do PE and such. So
You're real optimistic.
that's what's on the schedule right now.
Well, they're moving real fast right now.
Yeah. So, we'll, as we get information, that's definitely on the radar of, figuring that out, but.
So, only reason I bring the subject up is to make sure it's on the radar.
Okay, Dave?
Anything else?
Nope.
I don't start back until August 1st, so I've just, been checking in on Cynthia and seeing how things are going here, and she's progressing nicely, her and Jonari, and they've been working hard, They shut down this wing last Saturday. No, until Saturday. It was all last week, so that's when the teachers want to be here, is when their wing gets shut down. But it's okay. And then this one shut down until tomorrow, the south side, and then I think so they'll be ready to go before we know it.
Good.
That's
Yep. Okay, we shall move on. 26008. What do you got? What do you want to do first?
Let's do 15 minutes on the first one.
15 minutes?
I'll move to go into executive session for non-elected personnel, board and admin for 15 minutes.
Is there a second?
I second it.
We have a motion for executive session for 15 minutes. Board admin. All those in favor? All opposed?
You guys are good.
You're good.
We ready?
You're ready.
We're back in session. Do we have any action?
Mr. President, I will move to hire Stacy Brown as elementary school teacher, Dana Juniman as assistant high school volleyball coach. Accept the resignations of Tasha Cabinet and Courtney Droppel as elementary school parents.
We have a motion for hires, Stacy and Dana, and resignation of Tasha and Courtney. Is there any, is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second, and all those in favor? All opposed?
You two are not voting.
Two abstain. Motion passed.
Can I ask from here on out if we have any positions that are out? Emily, are all of our positions that we're putting out, that we're filling, are they all going in the newspapers?
They should be. Yeah, Dion and I chat quite often about coaching positions that need to go out. I can double check, but I'm certain.
That would be
Thank
my
you,
only
Emily.
request.
We shall move on to negotiation. Put them together, certified classified staff.
This one should. Add 10 minutes.
10 minutes for negotiation,
You said 5, I like 5.
5 minutes for negotiation.
I'll move to go into executive session for negotiation for 5 minutes, more than that.
Second, all those in favor? All opposed?
You guys are good.
Good to go. We are back in session. Executive session for the negotiations. Is there any action?
I move that we approve the 25-26 negotiated agreement changes in addition as presented.
I'll second.
Motion to approve the negotiations agreement and second. All those in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. Classified staff. Hold on.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. We'll have 10 minutes.
Just there. Working at
Typically doesn't do it
I'm tracking. And then we'll go into executive session for non-elected personnel, classified staff salaries, report admin for 10 minutes.
Second? And a second, all those in favor? All opposed? Sir,
You guys are good.
we're back in session.
We thought we would wait, not just for stuff.
Classifying
That was for the.
staff salaries. There any action? Motion. We'll go back in executive session, 5 more minutes.
We need a motion to that effect. I make a motion to go into executive session for specified staff salaries.
How long? Board admin,
Board and admin,
5 minutes.
5 minutes ought to do it. If not, we'll go another time.
Motion, 5 minutes, classified staff, board admin.
I'll second it.
In a second. All in favor? All opposed?
You guys are good, that's,
We're back in session again from
This is the next year.
classified staff salary. Do we have any action? I'll make a motion to accept the hourly rate increase and present it for the certified classified staff. Is there a second?
I second.
There's a motion and a second to accept the raise as presented. All those in favor? All opposed? You good, Megan?
I said yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it, I'm sorry. Motion passed, I believe. We should move on to administration salary. Jordan is in the way.
All those.
Jordan is in the way.
You need to go back.
Get your head out of the way, Jordan.
Oh, I think I will. I put notes on there for you, Doc.
Ah, crap.
Whether you can
I didn't have one.
I'll make my notes and then I'll give it back.
You're a 3 dot? 3 dots and a 5 head?
Oh,
Getting bigger.
Pass those
Just a couple
back
years
in,
ago,
Gary.
it was.
That's what?
What they threw at George.
I don't know.
This all goes back, so.
Yeah, there.
It is in the shredding gods.
15 minutes. Anybody got that? Board.
We want to reserve the right to recall. We can go into executive session for 15 minutes for administrative staff salaries with the stipend to be able to recall board with the superintendent and.
So we do it
Get
that
all
way?
that?
Kind of say two things there.
You're starting in here.
That's up
Or-
to them.
No,
No,
he stated
just
it, it would
board.
just start with the board and then
Okay.
if we recalled.
And with the
If
right,
we
with the
wanted,
right
with
to
the right to
recall if
recall.
needed.
Okay.
For 15?
Yep.
I'll second that. Maybe people with the, we all understood. I got it.
So you're saying
The-
just
this is what-
board.
For
And then
now,
if we need to bring them back in, we
but
can
parentheses, that's what
reserve the right to recall.
Oh, I should probably. Reserve in a second.
They did.
Well, you were discussing how it works.
Oh, she's still in here.
All in favor? That's
All in
it.
favor? All opposed?
You guys are good.
We're back in session. Administrative staff salaries, there any action? A motion?
Mr. President, I will move to approve the administrative staff salaries as presented. The increase.
We have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion second, all those in favor, increase as presented? Opposed?
I can make the motion for 2016.
I believe we
Let's
are.
take a recess for a second.
We have 5 minute recess. 26:10, you're right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that, all those in favor? All opposed?
Can I